everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Randa from Randa Diamond Paints, and today I thought I would just film a quick little whip and chat, as if I don't have literally enough videos at the moment. I have like 4 videos on backlog that I haven't uploaded yet, and sorry if you can hear my computer like buzzing in the background, like whirring. It's actually exporting a video at the moment, so it's working its little batuckus off. So anyway, I just figured I'd do a quick little whip and chat today, just because there's gonna be a lot of unboxings and things like that, and I figured I'd do something a little different. So this is my current whip. This is Rounding Up the Dust Bunnies by Randall Spangler, and I am absolutely loving this kit so far. I'm almost, well, actually, this row kind of is the halfway point. Oh, there's a drill sticking out. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. Anyway, so I kind of am at the halfway point. As you can see, I'm almost at his cute little face, which is so exciting. So I'm just gonna sit here and talk to you a little bit today. I have my coffee. You can't see, I have my coffee. So if you hear me drinking, that's what that is. I have my little mofsa boat, which is my favorite. This pen that you saw in my pen unboxing haul, and it's from Amazon. And then I am using Patty Wax in my single placer today. This is the scent True Banana. Oh, you guys, it smells so good. It smells so good. And then this is my organizer that I got from Amazon as well. And then I am using white tack that I got from Hobby Lobby in my multi-placer. I believe that is all the specs. Yeah, I think so. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna cut open this section. How has I can't literally talk. How have you guys been? It's been pretty, I wanna say hectic, but also like not hectic around here. I don't know. It's been a little difficult because the biggest thing going on in my life right now is my knee. So I mentioned it in the in the Diamond Art Club VIP group and got some suggestions from that. But geez Louise, I dropped it. I have been having problems with my knees while diamond painting. Not my neck, not my back, not all the normal places that hurt. No, my knees. So I had my, get that out of here. I had my right knee hurt just like mildly for a few days. Just from like being, where's the symbol that I need? There it is. Just from being like, not extended too far, but like bent too far. So I usually work at my coffee table, and I have one of those like raised coffee tables. So like you can pull the tabletop upward, and so it's easier to reach than like a normal coffee table. But I'm 5'11", and so it's still quite the reach for me. And so then my knees end up getting bent really far, and I diamond paint for hours and hours on end every single day. And so after just a few hours of my, knees, after hours and hours every day, my knees started to get a little frustrated, my right knee. But it wasn't like horrible. It was, it was just like a tiny bit of an ache, and then it kind of stopped there. But then one night, it was the night that my sister and her boyfriend came over. I was diamond painting, and I went to stand up, and I heard my knee pop. And I was like, and then it hurt. And I was like, oh, what in the world was that? But I just kind of, I don't know, it was like a tiny little pain, and I didn't really think much about it until I believe it was the next morning that I was kind of like almost kind of unable to walk. That like I was just sort of like, every time my knee bent, it hurt. And once it like had gotten into the bent position, it was okay. But the process of bending it hurt. And so when it bent while I was walking and going up and down stairs and stuff, it hurt. And so if you don't know, I do DoorDash. That is my job at the moment. And I couldn't work that day. I was planning to work. That was Monday. And I was planning to work on that day, and I couldn't because like getting in and out of my car and going up and down stairs in apartments was just going to be way too much bending for my knees, or for my knee. And granted, I had originally hurt my right knee, and then this was my left knee. So we had switched to the other knee. My right knee had pretty much totally healed, but my left knee was giving me a run for my money. So I was like, you know what, I have a knee brace because I injured my knee a lot in high school, and so I've kind of had knee problems ever since. I played basketball in high school, and it was really rough on my knees, especially because of my height. And so I had a knee brace because like 2 years ago, I was like falling backwards on my bed, and I felt my kneecap, like, okay, if you don't like gruesomeness, just like, it's not super gruesome, but if you have a really queasy stomach, just like mute for a second. But I could feel my kneecap pop out of place and then pop back into place as I was falling. And it hurt so bad. And so my knee was screwed up for, I don't know, maybe a week or two. And so I wore a brace for like a week or two. So I have the brace from that. And so I was like, on Monday, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wear the brace and I'm gonna take the day off and I am gonna move my diamond painting to the dining table. Because the reason I hadn't been using my dining table beforehand was because I like to watch TV and watch YouTube videos and stuff while I diamond paint. And yes, I can watch TV, or I can watch YouTube on my TV, so that's how I would do that. But you can't see the TV from my dining table. And so I was like, no, I wanna watch TV, so I'm gonna stay at the coffee table, especially when I didn't think anything was wrong. So anyway, I moved all of my diamond painting stuff over to the coffee table, over to the dining table, and worked from there that day, and sort of had my knee like straight and elevated whenever I could. And by the end of the day, it had gotten a lot, at the beginning of the day, it felt better. And then towards the end of the day, it got a little worse because, getting up and down from the table when I needed something. And then I got mail yesterday, and so I had to walk down the stairs because we live on the second floor of our apartment building. I had to walk down the stairs to go get the mail that had come. And so my knee was just like a tiny bit aggravated. And so it hurt a little bit by the end of the day, but it wasn't super bad. And then when I woke up the next morning, on Tuesday morning, I'm trying to remember what day it is, sorry. So when I woke up on Tuesday morning, I was like, oh my God, it's so much better. I guess sitting at the dining table really helped. And I figured I had just kind of strained it or something, and giving it a day to relax was gonna help fix it. But, so I felt fine yesterday. It still hurt a little bit, but it really wasn't all that bad. And so I went to work yesterday, and worked for a few hours, and then came home and diamond painted the rest of the day. And it was fine for most of the day until that night it started really hurting, and I couldn't bend it very far. And I kept hearing it pop. Occasionally when that's a lie. I wouldn't hear it pop. I would feel it pop. And it would hurt when it would pop. And I was telling my boyfriend, I was like, oh my God, I can feel my knee popping when I bend it. So I'm pretty sure I didn't just it's not just sore. I must have, when I was standing up from the couch and heard the initial pop, I must have, like, I don't know, messed with a tendon or something. I have no idea. But one way or the other, it hurt like crazy last night. And then I had an extremely hard time sleeping last night because I practically couldn't move it without it hurting. And so I didn't sleep very well last night because of that. And then this morning, again, still hurts like crazy, still can't bend it very well, still can't walk very well, and I'm still hearing it pop every once in a while. And now, it's like yesterday I would like prop my leg up on a chair while I was diamond painting here at my coffee table, and I propped my leg up earlier this morning and my leg fell asleep. So I was like, well, that's not quite normal. Does that have something to do with my knee? I guess I better take it down. So the minute I put my leg back down, I could feel all of the blood rushing back into my leg, and I was like, crap. So I think I'm gonna end up, I was gonna work today, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the day off again today, just because I don't know. I don't want to go to the doctor for this unless I absolutely have to, and so, oopsie. And so I don't want to like make it even worse by, running around and working. Also, if you didn't see that, this multi-placer does not stick in very well. So I put Quake Hold Museum putty all on the inside and then like shoved it in there because it kept like, I would place drills and the multi-placer would come out with it and be standing straight up with the drills. I was like, God dang it. So that's been working better, but it still comes out every once in a while. I might have to change out the museum putty in there. But anyway, so I think I'm going to take the day off today and hope that that still helps, which sucks because I want to, be out making money and all of those fun things, but I don't want to make matters worse. Plus, like I said, I didn't sleep very well, so I'm exhausted. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise to take the day off today and just diamond paint and edit and do whatever I want. But my knee is giving me such trouble. And so like I said earlier, I reached out to the Diamond Art Club VIP group on Facebook. And if you're not a part of that group, you should be, because they give out discount codes and they talk about new releases, and everybody else is talking about their work that they're working on, and you can ask questions and things like that. So it's been a really helpful platform, and all you have to do to be able to join is to have purchased from Diamond Art Club before. So if you aren't a part of that group, I highly recommend you go join them. It's just Diamond Art Club VIP group on Facebook. But anyway, so I reached out on there and was like, I've heard of a lot of people having, neck pain and back pain and all that. I need to reload my patty waxes. It's not sticking very well. Ay caramba. I've heard of people having neck pain and back pain and all those fun pains from diamond painting, but has anybody ever experienced knee pain? Because I have been diamond painting at my coffee table, and now my knee is in excruciating pain, and I don't really know what to do. And a lot of people were like, oh, get a desk and like with a raised easel and a whatever. And some people were like, yeah, I work at my coffee table too, but it's fine. And I was like, well, heck. And then I saw somebody post a picture. Oh, geez, you can totally see my leg. Sorry about that. I saw somebody post a picture about, like they had a lap desk with like a little tilted easel on it. And I was like, oh, a lap desk. Because not only do I want to be able to sit on the couch because it's comfier, but then when my boyfriend comes home from work, I still want to diamond paint, but I want to go sit with him and you know, we watch a show together on the couch and stuff, but I don't want to further injure my knee. And so I was like, if I could find like a great big lap desk and then just sit on the couch with it in my lap, and if it was big enough that I could hold like a big painting and like my tray and things like that, because I don't want just like a tiny lap desk that you can fit like a computer on and that's it. Like I need a pretty big space, and the one that I saw in the VIP group was pretty small. So I went hunting on Amazon and I found this like really cute pink lap desk, and it's huge. It's like 20, if I remember right, it's like 24 inches by like 16 inches. So it's the size of some diamond paintings. But it was like they had like their laptop and a mouse and a notebook and a coffee cup and whatever. And I was like, that looks perfect. And it like folds out and the legs fold down, and there, so because the surface area is so big, there's a ton of room underneath it. Why does my camera keep moving? Sorry, you guys. There's a ton of room underneath it for like leg room, because one of my things is that it's like I know I'm gonna want to sit crisscross applesauce under there, so I want something where I can fit myself crisscross applesauce underneath there. And it looked like you totally could, that like when you see, and I was reading the reviews and whatever, and it looked like you totally could. But it was super cute and pink, and it was only $15.99, I believe. And so I went ahead and purchased that yesterday because I was like, I need something so that my knees aren't in pain all the time from my hobby. Like, that just so stupid. But I am a little intrigued for it to come, because part of the reviews were like that because it folds in the middle, there's like a little spot in the middle of it where it folds, where it doesn't sit completely flat, and like it folds in on itself, which like by looking at the pictures doesn't make any sense to me, because it folds this way, not, or no, wait, sorry, that's a lie. It folds like flat like this instead of like this. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I don't understand how it could fold in on itself just by you using it. And then it's like, well, maybe I won't mind the bump in the middle, and I'm not sure, because there were more expensive ones that didn't fold in and stuff, but they were like double the price. And I just couldn't stomach it for just a little table. I couldn't stomach double the price just because I'm a broke college student. Like $30 might not seem like a lot to some people, but to me, I was like, that's like a whole diamond painting that I could get, or like that is a whole entire pen that I could get, like a handmade, like good quality pen for diamond painting and stuff. So I couldn't stomach it, and I went with the $15. And I talked to my boyfriend about it a little bit, and he was like, I think the $15 one should be fine, plus it's pink. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I do like that it's pink. So so I ordered that, and it'll be here on Monday, and I'm interested to see if that helps at all. I don't know, because I am sick of my knee and having to not be able to work and stuff because of it, and like taking my dog outside to go to the bathroom is really difficult, because like I said, we live on the second floor, and so we have to walk down the stairs every time we want to take her outside. So I'm hoping that lap desk will help, and then we'll see. I like just got on Medicaid, and my mom was like, you might need to test out your Medicaid if this pain like persists, especially if like you can feel it popping and stuff. I'm like, yeah, maybe, but it's like I don't want to go to the doctor unless I have to, and so and it's only been like 3 days, so I'll give it a few more days and see if maybe another week or something, and see if it's still hurts. But I do need to, I might I might still go out and work today just because I need money, want money. And I already took Monday off, and so it's like I don't really want to take another week off of work because it's like not only am I planning for paying this month's rent, but like next month's rent, I'd like to have some of it already done so that I don't have to worry about it, in which case I need to be working. And it's just a whole brouhaha of being a part-time worker, you know, part-time student type thing. Broke college kid. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so I finished filming that pen haul yesterday, and that was really cool, and you guys that should be up on the channel already. And then I got patty wax that day, and I already did a sort of review video on that. That should be up already. And some more unboxings came, and I have another one coming on either tomorrow or Friday. I have more pens coming, because as if I need more pens. Did you see that haul video? Like, dear Lord, I don't need more pens. But there were a lot of pens that I got that day that I was honestly kind of disappointed with. And so I was like, no, I need more. Like that pink one. If you saw the haul, I got like a pink pen that was supposed to be like a pale pink pen, and it ended up being like more like a hot pink pen. And it was shorter, not shorter, it was skinnier than I prefer, and wasn't aware of that. And then like it, oh yeah, so it was like see-through, and in parts of it, and in the see-through part, it had like this greenish brown tint that I just wasn't completely digging on. And so I was like, but I'm like that crazy person that like coordinates her pens to her kits. And so I was like, oh, but after, you know, very shortly after this, I'm going to be working on Pink Mermaid, and I need a pink pen to work on Pink Mermaid because duh. And so I went snooping around on BFF diamond painting pens last night and ordered myself a pink pen, which I'm very excited about. So that should be coming soon. And I also today ordered my first Ever Moments diamond painting. The, what's it called? The shop on AliExpress called Ever Moment. I have some pieces. I have 2 pieces actually coming from Huacan, which is another store on AliExpress. They aren't here yet, but they're like in flight from China. And I'm really excited to try those out because some people like really avidly hate Huacan and some people really like Huacan. And so I was like, you know what, I need to just see for myself and whatever. And no, it is not legally licensed artwork, but if you want to hear my opinion on that, I talk a little bit about it in my first WIP and chat. But I love legally licensed art. I believe in legally licensed art, but if you just can't afford it sometimes, I completely understand. So I buy licensed artwork when I can, but I am not going to be the person to shame you for, ooh, I forgot a symbol, for having legally licensed artwork or not legally licensed artwork and whatever. So anyway, that's my short and sweet view on that. So I wanted to try the Huacan before I got any other, like I have a bunch of other Huacan pieces saved up in my like wish list, and I'm holding off on pulling the trigger on those until I get these Huacan pieces, these 2 Huacan pieces, and work on them and see if I like them or not, or if I'm like, no, this is not worth, you know, even if it's cheaper, it's just not worth it and whatever. But I was like, if you look on Ever Moments versus Huacan, Ever Moments is definitely more expensive. It's still, in terms of a diamond painting, for the size that you're getting, it's not astronomical, but it's not like Diamond Art Club level of expensive by any means, but it is a little more expensive than some of the other places. And so I was like, I wonder if because, and I know people have been really happy with the quality of their custom kits from Evermoment. And I was just like, also maybe if it's more expensive, maybe, the quality is different and maybe better and whatever. And so I was like, I'm just gonna, I know that I haven't even gotten my Huacan yet, but I want to try this as well because like different stores offer different things and different whatever. And I try, as much as I will still sometimes order non-legally licensed artwork, if I see pieces on places like Huacan and Evermoment and whatever that I know just from looking at it who the artist is, I won't get that piece because that feels blatantly just like, I don't know, ridiculous to me. Because with a lot of the pieces at least from my opinion, it's like if you can't get a hold of those pieces any other way besides doing it through Huacan or whatever, then that's fine. But because I sometimes can, and I do have pieces from those artists that are legally licensed, I feel guilty when I know that I do occasionally have the means to get them elsewhere. So that's just me though. Like I said, if that's the only way you can get your hands on a Josephine Wall, then by all means, like, I understand. But for me, I was like, well, I'm still waiting for Titania and Oberon to come back into stock on Diamond Art Club, and I want it from Diamond Art Club, so I'm not gonna buy it from AliExpress. But like with Evermoments, I saw so many like Margaret Morales pieces, and like pieces that I had never seen from her, but that I could tell. Well, I mean, there were some pieces that I have seen from her before, but there were some pieces where I could see in the art style, I was like, oh, that's Margaret Morales. That's 100% a Margaret Morales piece. And I was like, nope, skip right past it. I only get things that is like art that I don't recognize, from artists I don't recognize, if it is an artist, if it's a public domain piece, like I don't know. I guess that could be like, oh, what is that saying? Oh my God, what is that saying, you guys? We're like, I have no idea, but it's like, I almost feel better because I don't know who and where it's coming from. And that is like kind of completely naive of me, almost is the only word I can think to describe it. And I know that, but like I've said before, I am a broke college student. I can't, the only places that I am aware of that you can get legally licensed Margaret Morales pieces are from DIY Moonshop. And I have 2 Margaret Morales pieces coming from DIY Moonshop. I have Sleeps with Butterflies and The Stars Who Listen. Both, I've ordered both of them and I'm waiting for them to show up. But those kits, you guys, are like $80 a piece or something crazy like that I just can't always afford. So I completely understand and was tempted by it, but I said no because I have 2 like real Margaret Morales pieces coming. So anyway, so I get pieces from artists I don't recognize, and so I ordered this really pretty, I hope that it's not an artist because it sort of resembles Margaret Morales's work, just because she's one of my favorite artists. I tend to lean towards her sort of style, but it didn't look like a Margaret Morales piece to me. Because like I said, I would see some pieces on there that I didn't know were Margaret Morales or not, and I was like, oh, that looks like a Margaret Morales piece. And this one resembled a Margaret Morales piece, but didn't look like it was exactly her style or whatever, that it didn't look like it was drawn by her. And so I was like, this is gorgeous. It's like a girl and she's sleeping in a bed of flowers. And I know that sounds so similar to a Margaret Morales piece, but I can even put a picture up on the screen, and if somebody knows if that's a Margaret Morales piece or not, I guess I would be interested to know just so that I know if I should feel guilty or not. But anyway, I thought it was so pretty, so I ordered it from Ever Moments, and I'm so excited for it to get here. It's gonna take 10 years to get here, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. But anyway, so I have the pink pen coming. I have those pieces from Ever Moment, and then I also have I realized when I got my what's it called? Oh, my lap desk, that I didn't order a purple pen, like just a straight purple pen, which I thought was hilarious because that is one of the colors that I gravitate to when it comes to diamond paintings, is like purples and blues and stuff. And I had multiple blue pens, but I had never grabbed, I grabbed like a purple and blue pen, but not just like a purple pen. And so I was like, well, I want to get wishes from Erica the Goober this month from Diamond Art Club when I get a little more money in the bank account. And so it's like, I want to have a purple pen so that I can, you know, work on my purple pieces, because I want to get Galaxy as well when that comes back into stock. And I bet you $1 million I have another purple piece somewhere that I can't think of at the moment. So it's like, no, I need a purple pen. So I ordered another purple pen off of Amazon from one of the stores that I ordered from before for my pen haul that I really liked. So that's also coming on Monday. So I have a bunch of little packages coming at the moment. I seem to always have packages coming. My boyfriend is like, you just like to stack Diamond Art Club boxes around our house. And I was like, it's not my fault. I can't help it. I'm sorry. Like, I just didn't think to take them downstairs to the trash. It's not like whatever. Oh, he puts up with my shenanigans. We love him. He's a good sport when it comes to this kind of stuff. That he's very supportive of my addiction. As long as I'm still being smart about my money and whatever. He's very supportive of my addiction. And I'm always like showing him my progress. Like earlier I was like, I don't know if you can see it in frame. Yeah, you can. When I finished this section right here, I was like, oh my God, look at his little hand. And he was like, yeah, babe, that's cool. I was like, no, like it really is cool. Like, look at his little hand. I was so excited. I got the teeniest, tiniest little hands. I realized that without even ever doing a Randall Spangler kit before, I just like ordered a shit ton of them because I really love the little draglings. So I have at least 5 or 6 Randall Spangler kits that are either here in my stash or on the way. And I had never done a Randall Spangler piece before, and yet I had ordered like 5 of them. One of them being Firefly Fireworks, which if you don't know, is 51 centimeters, I believe, by 175 centimeters. So it's probably as tall or taller than me. But I was like, oh, I want it. I want it. Oh, goodness, you guys. I hope that you guys are having a good day. Let me know in the comments down below what your current WIP is and how it's going, because I would love to hear about your guys' projects as well. I think that would be really, really cool, because I, you know, as much as my subscriber count is not high at the moment, I just started like a week ago, but I have 4 subscribers, I believe. So to all 4 of you, one of the subscribers being my boyfriend, so I guess all 3 of you, like, tell me about your WIPs and what's going on and what project you're doing next and whatever. I think I'm gonna finish this piece within the next week, probably, maybe less. And so after that, I have a cheap little Amazon piece. I have a lot of really cheap pieces and then a lot of like Diamond Art Club. And so I'm going back and forth so that I don't like do all my Diamond Art Clubs and then like be sad about it. So after this piece, I'm doing like a cheap little Amazon piece called Farm Day. And it's just like a scene of a farm, and it's a 40 by 50, but that's the canvas size, so it's gonna be a little smaller than that. And there's a lot of detail in that piece, and so I am quite worried about how it's actually gonna turn out, because I purchased that piece when I was fairly new to diamond painting and didn't really think about the level of detail versus the size and whatever. And it was like a whole $10 for the kit. So it's probably not gonna turn out great, but it'll still be fun to do. So that's the piece that I'm gonna do next. It's called Farm Day. And then after that, I'm gonna do Pink Mermaid. And then after that, I have like this all planned out. Then I have like a picture of a peacock from Walmart, another cheap one. And then after that, I think I'm gonna do Plant Witch by Geneva Bowers and Distracted by Diamonds, my very first Distracted by Diamonds kit. And then after that, I'm gonna do another one of my cheap ones, maybe I have like a few partials of like a house on a river. So maybe I'll do one of those partials. And then after that, I'm gonna do Time to Spare. I'm trying to do, and that's from Diamond Art Club and Sarah Mustafa. I am trying to do them kind of like in order of when I received them, because I don't want to just like do all of the Diamond Art Clubs that I just got in the mail and am the most excited about, and then like lose the excitement for the other kits that I had gotten earlier and just like keep working on new ones and new ones and new ones and new ones, and then almost kind of forget about the other ones that I ordered. I think that that's kind of a waste of money. So I'm trying to do them in the like somewhat in the order that I've received them, and then also going back and forth between cheap and expensive. So I'll be doing Time to Spare after that. And I looked at Sarah Mustafa's Instagram account. I found it the other day, and she is the artist of Time to Spare on Diamond Art Club. And oh my god, you guys, her artwork is so gorgeous. And so I looked on Diamond Art Club, and they didn't have any more of her pieces on there, and so I emailed. They have like a licensing email. And I took a few screenshots of my favorite pieces from her off of her Instagram, and then sent them to Diamond Art Club and was like, are you guys planning on getting any more Sarah Mustafa pieces? Like, I think her artwork is amazing and would lend itself really well to diamond paintings. And like, here are my favorites. I sent them like 4. Like, here are my 4 favorites. And they emailed me back and was like, oh yeah, we love Sarah Mustafa, and these are really great suggestions. And we have a lot of her pieces like in the works at the moment. They're being charted or whatever. And so they were like, just give us a few months and you'll probably start seeing some pop up. And I was like, yay, because I will buy every single one of them. I really will, because her work is beautiful. And I've been watching Diamonds and Washi work on Time to Spare. So Katie from Diamonds and Washi, who also has a YouTube channel here, and she's absolutely the best. And like, I don't really know her personally. Like, we've chatted a tiny bit in the comments, but we're not really like friends or anything, although I wish we were. But anyway, if you haven't ever seen her channel, definitely go check that out. But I've been watching over on her Instagram, her process, because she's working on Time to Spare at the moment. And so I've been watching her process, and like, that piece is coming out so beautifully. I was like, I need to do Time to Spare, and B, I need more Sarah Mustafa kits in my life. I just do. So as soon as those come out on Diamond Art Club, they will go in my wish list or in my shopping cart or whatever I can afford at the moment. Because yes, please. Yes, please. Am I right? Yes, I am right. Does anybody else have a favorite artist that they're waiting for on Diamond Art Club? I know I would really like to see more kits from Josephine Wall as well, because I've seen some of Josephine Wall's pieces on like AliExpress and whatever, and I'm like, oh, I wish Diamond Art Club would do that. Sorry, I got a phone call, totally interrupted. I don't know what the last thing you heard from me was, but anyway, I know that Diamond Art Club is in the works of getting more Josephine Wall, and I'm excited for that. And then I have enough Randall Spanglers, so I'm not even trying any more Randall Spanglers. But I know for a fact the one artist that I'm really looking forward to having more pieces from is Sarah Mustafa. Oh, also Bailey J. Bailey J, who did At Peace and Vera and The Bakery and all of those really cute little characters. I really want to see more work from her because I have At Peace on the way. I'm really excited to work on that one. It hasn't shipped out yet because it was a pre-order, but I am waiting for it. And then also, oh my god, what is her name? Chibamika Art, who did Pink Mermaid. They only have, I think, a few kits from her, and I would really like to see more of her work because she really does beautiful pieces. So, also from Erica the Goober, I'd like some more pieces more similar to like Galaxy and Wishes. It doesn't have to be purple, but that sort of style from Erica the Goober as well, or Erica Wiseman as you see it on Diamond Art Club. They put like her actual name, not Erica the Goober, but I'd like to see more from her as well. Can you tell that my favorite pieces to work on are like faces and draglings? That's it. It's like human faces, especially women, and draglings. I love like the woman empowerment thing. Like I really want to get the Knight from Distracted by Diamonds. I wonder, because it's like, I might actually reach out to Robin about it because I know that there were some complaints about her skin tone in that piece being really red. And and I've seen it and like it is really red. And so if her skin tone is still really red, then I don't want it. But if they have fixed her skin tone, I want that piece so bad. And then I also want Dark Lilith from Margaret Morales because, like, strong, independent woman with a sword, like, being a badass. Like, am I right? So, anyway, there are so many pieces that I want. I have it in my Gems Flow app, like, all of these pieces that I want that I, need to be slow with and take my time with ordering them. Like, I have a stash. I have, like, 13 pieces in my closet, 13 kits from various places, most of them being Diamond Art Club. And so it's like, I really need to, I've talked to my boyfriend about it. It's like, I really need to like chill out. Like I have a stash. I'm not going to run out of pieces. Like, don't spend your life away. Like just buying diamond paintings every single day or whatever. So I'm really trying to slow down in terms of buying diamond paintings and buying pens and stuff like that. So I wonder how long I've been going for, because now that the recording stopped, I have no idea how long I've been recording for. But anyway, I think this is probably, I was hoping to finish the section during this whip and chat, but apparently I've been pretty slow. And I think I am going to let you guys go for the day. Well, this is why I'm taking so long, is because I keep, as I'm going, like, see symbols that I've already done and that I just missed. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go for the day. I'm going to see if I can maybe get some work done, like actually go out and work a little bit, even if it's just for like an hour or two, to not anger my knee, but to, get some work done and make some money, because I bought a pen last night that I wasn't expecting, and I bought an Ever Moments this morning that I wasn't expecting, so I need to go make some money. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope you enjoyed this whip and chat. If you did, and you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and if you're not, give this video a thumbs up, and go check out my other videos if you haven't seen them already. lots of unboxings because I have a problem. I have a serious problem. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a really, really happy and good week. I don't know when this video is gonna go up, so whatever week it is, I hope you guys have a really good week. And I will see you guys. I need to stop diamond painting. Hold on. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.